everyone, my name is Pooja and I am working as a speech language pathologist at the All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysuru. Today I'll be talking about tips to improve language after stroke. Most of us would have come across people who've had stroke, and communication difficulties are predominant in such individuals because stroke leads to a condition called aphasia. Aphasia is a language disorder that affects the ability of a person to communicate. The difficulty might be in understanding language, expressing language, or sometimes both. Sometimes these people understand what you say, they know exactly what they want to say, but the words just kind of get stuck in there and they won't be able to get those words out. So we can help these people improve their language by giving different kind of cues depending upon that particular person. So now I will be talking about certain cues that help such people actually get the words out. The first cue is to describe the word that they're trying to say. For example, if the word is apple, you can say that it is a fruit, it is red in color, or maybe a fruit from which you can take a bite out. The next cue is where you give them the first sound of that particular word. For example, if the word is apple, you tell them the first sound of that word is a. If the person still doesn't get the word, you can give them app, and then you can see if the person can actually get the word apple out. The next cue is where you give them a rhyming word. For example, if the word is book, you can tell them the word rhymes with look. The next one is sentence completion. For example, if the word is book, you can tell them, let's read, open the... And one thing that has to be noted here is the sentence completion should be appropriate and the answer should be obvious, because if you just tell them then it could be anything. So when you say let's read, open the, it is obvious that the answer should be book. So you can see whether the person gets the book right. The last cue is to just say it and ask them to repeat it after you. Sometimes despite giving a lot of cues, they might just not able to get the word out, but they might be able to repeat it after you. So if the word is book, you say book and have them repeat it after you. Now I will quickly recall all the cues that I spoke about today. The first one is to describe the word. The second one is to give them the first alphabet. The third one is to give them the first sound. The fourth one is to give them a rhyming word. The fifth one is sentence completion, and the last one is repetition. You can choose any of these cues which I spoke about to help the person get the word out, or you can choose it according to the person's need. We can start giving them the least amount of cues and then moving to most amount of cues, because we want them to communicate on their own and be self-dependent most of the times. Thank you.